First question says that the price of an electric bill is $78. In a sale, the price is reduced by 15%. Calculate the sale price. If the price of an electric drill is reduced by 15%, that means the sale price is 85% of the original price. So what we will do is, we will find 85 over 100 times 78, which is $66.3. Part B says the exchange rate between dollars and euros is $1 equal to 0.85 euros. Michael changes $100 to euros. He buys a clock costing 58.99 euros. He changes the remaining money back to dollars. Calculate the amount in dollars he has left. So first, let's convert the $100 to euros. So that's if $1 is 0.85 euros. So for $100, we will do 0.85 multiplied by 100, which is going to be 85 euros. Now, he buys a clock costing 58.99. So 85 minus 58.99, which will give us the leftover money, 26.01 euros. So now we have to convert the 26.01 back to dollars. So left over money in dollars equals to 26.01 divided by 0.85. That is going to equal to $30.6. Part C says that Petro invests $3,500 in the ACE simple account for 4 years. Aliana invests $3,500 in the cool compound account for 4 years. At the end of the 4 years, who has more money in their account and by how much? So the account type is different and the interest rate is also different. So if we find for Petro first, that's going to be 3,500, which is the principal amount, times the rate of interest, which is 2.1 over 100, times the time, which is 4 years. Correspondingly for Aliana, it's going to be 3,500 times 1 plus 2 over 100 to the power of 4. Now the difference in the formula is because of the type of account. First is simple interest and this is compound interest. So simple interest has the formula of PRT, whereas compound interest has the formula of P times 1 plus R over T. So this is your formula for compound interest and this is for simple interest. So going back to the calculation, for Petro it's 3,500 times 2.1 times 4 divided by 100, which is 294. So this is the interest amount for Petro. And for Aliana, $3,788.51. So they're asking at the end of the 4 years who has more money. So final amount for Petro is going to be 3,500 plus 294, which is going to equal to $3,794. The table shows the midday temperature and the number of cups of hot chocolate nacho sells on each of 10 days. So we have a row for the midday temperature and a row for the number of cups of hot chocolate being sold. on those specific temperature days. Complete the scatter diagram. The first points have been plotted for you. So we have 21, 8, 6, 17, 5, 21, 12, 16, and 23 and 6. So now that's going to be simpler. Okay. So 21 and 8. This is 21 and this is 5, 7, 8. And 8 is coming over here. 21 is, this is your 21 and 8. 6, 17. This is 617. And 521 is 5 over. This is 521. Then 1216. This is 12. And that is 16. Okay, then 23 and 6. 23 is 21, 22, 23. 6 is here. These are your points. Okay, so then they're asking us to find, describe the relationship between the midday temperature and the number of cups of hot chocolate. So as you can see, as your midday temperature is increasing, your number of hot chocolate is decreasing, because obviously as it's getting hot, nobody want to get the hot chocolate. So as the midday temperature increases, the number of cups of hot chocolate decreases. That is your explanation for the relationship between the two variables. Then next, it's asking us, just erase that. By drawing a line of best fit, estimate the number of cups of hot chocolate sold when the midday temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. So for 17 degrees, first let's draw a line. So the line of best fit is that line which has the same number of points above it and below it. So if we start with this one, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 points beneath it and 1, 2, 3, 4 above it. So this is our line of best fit. And I want to see how many cups are sold on the temperature of 17. So 17 is this. That's 11 cups. So that means 11 cups are sold when the temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. Question 3 says simplify 4a minus b plus 6b minus 7a. So in this, we start with collecting the like terms. We can see that 4a and 7a are like terms, and b and 6b are like terms. So which means we'll do 4a minus 7a minus b plus 6b. That's going to be minus 3a plus 5b. Since both the variables are different, so we can't further simplify it. So this remains the final answer. Then it says that solve m over 2 minus 4. So m over 2 minus 4 equals to 5. First, let's move the 4 to the other side. So it's going to be m over 2 equals to 5 plus 4. The reason why it becomes 5 plus 4 is because whenever we're swapping places of terms from one side to the other, the sign changes. So if it's negative originally, on the other side, it would be positive and vice versa. So, and if it's like multiplication on one side, then if you move it to the other side, it would become division. So now we have m over 2 plus 9. Sorry, m over 2 equals to 9. And then we cross multiply 9 and 2. So m is 18. Part C says rearrange u equals to 2 plus 4 over 3 to make t the subject. So right now, if you look at the equation, u is the subject of this equation, but they want t to be the subject. So once again, we start with cross multiplying u and 3. So 3u equals to 2 plus 4. Then we move 4 to the other side, so it becomes 3u minus 4. And that is your answer. Next part says expand 3y times 2y square plus 5. We'll multiply 3 with 2y square and 3 with 5. So 3y times 2y square plus 3y times 5. 3y times 2y square is 6y cubed. The reason why it's 6y cubed because whenever we're multiplying similar bases, we add the powers. So it's going to be 1 plus 2, which is 3. And 3y times 5 is 15y. Question 4 says that there are 100 adults in a town, Question 4 says that 100 adults in a town were surveyed about the number of emails they received about the number of 100 adults in a town were surveyed about the number of emails they each received one day. The table shows the results. Find the mode. So mode is basically your highest frequency. So highest frequency over here is 28, which means mode value is going to be 4. Then it says calculate the mean. So for the mean, we need to find our sigma fx and sigma f. Sigma f is your sum of frequency, which is in this case given as 100. This is your f value, this is your x value. So for sigma fx, we multiply f and x and then add the results for each product. So if we find sigma fx over here, that's going to be 1 times 8 plus 2 times 10 plus 3 times 22 plus 4 times 28 plus 5 times 15 plus 6 times 9 plus 7 times 5 and 8 times 3. So if we add all of these, that's 394. So sigma fx is 394 and sigma f is 100. So mean is going to be sigma fx divided by sigma f, which is 394 over 100, and that's 3.94. Part C says one of these adults is chosen at random. Find the probability that they received fewer than 4 emails that day. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest forms. So fewer than 4 emails is basically this section. So the number of adults who received fewer than 4 emails is 8 plus 10 plus 22. So we're going to go back over here. Probability of less than 4 emails is 8 plus 10 plus 22 divided by 100, which is the total number of emails. So 8 plus 10 plus 22 is 40. 40 over 100 in its simplest form is 2 over 5. The town has 18,000 adults. Use the survey results to estimate the number of adults in the town who received exactly 5 emails that day. So for 5 emails, our frequency is 15. So what we will do is the frequency of the probability of 5 emails is 15 over 100. And to estimate the number of adults, we will do 15 over 100 multiplied by 18,000. So 15 times 180 will leave us with 2,700. So that is the number of adults who received exactly 5 emails that day. Question 5 says use set notation to describe the subset shaded in the Venn diagram. So if you look at this Venn diagram, we can see that everything that is outside A and B is shaded, which means A union B complement. A union B is basically everything included in A and B. So since it's everything apart from that, so it's going to be A union B complement. Part B says that the universal set has the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. P is a factor of 36. Q is a multiple of 4. And R contains integers from 3 to 6. Complete the Venn diagram. R is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Q is a multiple of 4. So that's going to be 4, 8, and 12. And P is going to be a factor of 36. So that's 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, and 12. So what's common over here? Common between P and Q, we have 12 common. Between P and R, we have 6 common. And between Q and R, we don't have anything common except for 3 and 4. So P will have 2 and 9 because 3, 4, 6, 12 are gone. In Q, we will have 8. In R, we will have 5. So now outside, we will have 10, 11, 7, and I think that is it. Yeah. And 3 is going to be over here between R and P. So this is our Venn diagram. Next, what they're asking us to do is list the elements of P intersection Q union R complement. P intersection Q union R complement. So Q union R, first let's write that. Q union R is 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 12. So Q union R complement is going to be everything that is not in this. So that is going to be 2, 7, 9, 10, and 11. So P intersection Q union R complement is now going to be 2, 9, and that is it. So that is your answer. Then it says, let me just remove this. Okay. Find the number of P union Q. So for P union Q, we have 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 12. These are the elements. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elements. So N of P union Q is going to be 7. Make sure that if like you have numbers repeating in both the sets, you just write them once. You don't write them twice because they're like the common elements. So we don't need to write them repeatedly. And then it says use set notation to complete this statement. Blank equals to a null set. So now if we talk about the null set is basically this part over here. So that is P complement intersection Q intersection R. Why? Because this part does not contain anything from the P set, but it shows the intersection of Q and R. So that's P complement intersection Q intersection R.